Hi there, are you managing multiple WordPress websites to run your business? For example, you are a course creator and you have two different WordPress websites. First is your WooCommerce or a simple e-commerce store where you're selling your courses, you have your complete e-commerce setup, something like this. And then you have a second site where you are hosting your courses. For example, on my screen, you see that this is a site where I have LearnDash set up and I have multiple courses built on LearnDash that people can enroll and get access to. So in this setup, I have two different sites. First is a e-commerce site and then second is a LearnDash site. So I'm not selling courses on this site. I'm not like providing a platform for people to learn what they purchase on this site, but they are completely hosted in two different websites. So now what I want to do is I want to create an integration between these two sites to automatically share logins and create users. So for example, if someone purchases this social media marketing course, they should get automatically added as a user on this course site, and they should get access to the corresponding course based on their purchase. So now, if you want a similar setup, if you are facing similar challenges, if you do not know how to integrate these two different WordPress sites, so this video is for you. In this video, I'm going to show you a very easy way to share logins between two or multiple WordPress websites with each other and simply share logins between these sites. So let's begin. And in this process, we are going to use a very cool tool, which is called SureTriggers. So let me explain you what SureTriggers is. I'll just go to SureTriggers website for a demonstration, simple demonstration. So SureTriggers is a web application that helps you connect multiple applications with each other. For example, if you are selling courses on WordPress or like WooCommerce, you can connect your WooCommerce store with Gmail, WhatsApp, and many other apps. And the great thing about SureTriggers is that you can use it to integrate WordPress sites. So that's the best part, and it is very easy because it's all visual automation builder where we can see what's happening in our workflows. It is completely like no code platform, so it's very easy to use. Now you must be wondering how to get SureTriggers. So it's very like basic. You just have to go on the website SureTriggers.com and click on this button which says get started. And after you click on this button, you will get to a registration page where you can sign up for a SureTriggers account. So I'm already logged in. I have a SureTriggers account, so I don't see that sign up page, but let me show you how does it looks. So yeah, this is the sign up form. You can simply fill this, and once you fill this form, you will get access to SureTriggers and you will get into the dashboard, which looks something like this. This is SureTriggers dashboard. Now we will not go into details of SureTriggers, like what it is, what it can do, but for now we'll just stick to our topic, which is connecting two different WordPress websites. So now that we have SureTriggers, we want it to be connected to our WordPress sites. So for that, what we want to do is we want to install SureTriggers plugin on our sites. So I already have my SureTriggers plugin installed on site WooCommerce site, which is this one. So I have it connected, I have it installed on my site, and you see that I can access SureTriggers right from my WordPress admin area. And now I want to install SureTriggers plugin on the other side too, so I can establish a connection between those two sites. And the good thing is that I already have the plugins installed on both the sites. But if you are like new, you can simply go on WordPress and click on add new and search for SureTriggers, and you will get the plugin on the first number. You just want to install and activate this plugin, and after that you will be able to access SureTriggers from your WordPress admin area. Now coming to our process, what we want to do is we want to create an automation which is called a workflow in SureTriggers that will enroll people automatically into a LearnDash site when someone purchases from our WooCommerce store. So this is going to be the automation or the workflow. So to create this workflow, what you want to do is you want to simply go to your dashboard, click on this button which says create workflow, and name a workflow, like give a name to your workflow just for your reference. So I'm gonna say automatically enroll into LearnDash site. So I am going to click on this start building button, and now I'm just going to collapse this sidebar, and so I get a better view. And now this is where the magic happens. This is where the process starts. The first thing that we want to do is we want to set up a trigger. So trigger is basically the event that will start this automation or the workflow. So you can simply click on add trigger button, and our trigger event happens in our WooCommerce application. So we will search for WooCommerce and select it, and then we have to select the event. So now if you want to trigger your workflow on different events, so for example, if you want to send a message to people when they add a product in their cart, so you can choose different events. But for now, what we want to do is we want to enroll people when they purchase a specific product. So we'll select this event called product purchased, and then the connection. Now the connection is the most important part, because this is the site that you are connecting with SureTriggers in this particular workflow. So this is the site that is that has my WooCommerce store, and I'm going to select it, WordPress WooCommerce store, and then I have to select the product. So for the products, there are all the products that you have in your WooCommerce store listed. You can select any of the product that you want. So for now, I'm going to go with social media marketing course, the product. So I'm going to select this one. And the next step is to click on this button which says fetch data. And by clicking this button, you will get some details of orders that you can use to create user on the next site that you want. So after you see this data, you can save this step. Next part, where we will create a user on the site before enrolling the person into LearnDash course. We are required to have them registered as a user or a student on our site. So for creating the user, what we want to do is we want to click on this plus icon, search for WordPress and click it, and then the event. Now we want to select the event as create update user, then select the connection. Now again, the important part, you want to decide where you want to create the user. So right now this is my site, LearnDash site. I'm gonna select it, and now this is something that you need to take care of while creating the user, because this is the data that will be used to create the user on your site. So what should be the username? So in my case, I want the name to be the first name plus the last name of the user who is making the purchase. So I'll simply search for the values. You see what I did there? I simply typed @ and then searched for the name that is coming from the WooCommerce step. So that means when this person made the purchase, they entered their first name as John, last name as Doe. So now I can select the values here. I'll select the first name and the last name as username. Then I want to select the email. So I want to select the email or add the email in the same way. I'll simply select the email here, which is billing email. This means that this is the email that they used while making the purchase. So I'll make sure to use this one, and then I will map the first name. So this is going to be the first name of my user, and similarly I'm gonna use the first name as billing first name, then last name. And then if you want to automatically generate a password, so you can leave this field blank. Now there is this field which says show password in response. Yes, we want password to be shown after the user is created, so we can send this password to the user in the email. Now role, what role should be assigned to this user? So there are multiple roles. I want the role to be subscriber, and there are some additional settings for existing users, but in our case we are getting new users, so we'll leave these settings and exclude roles. Okay, so now what you want to do is you can select some roles on which you don't want to perform this operation. For example, if you are doing testing and you don't want your role to be changed as subscriber, if you are an administrator, so you can exclude the rules that you don't want to use in this automation or workflow. So I'll select two roles here. First is as administrator and shop manager. Then I will click on this button which says test action. So what test action will do is will create a test user. It will create a test user on my site, register this user on my site. I'll just refresh this page and go to the user section. So you see that this user got added to my site after the test action with the role that we wanted. Now, next thing that we are going to do is we are going to save this step, and then we will be enrolling the person in course after they have been added into our site. So for that, what we want to do is we want to click on this plus button again, search for the plugin where our course is. Now I want to clarify something. So I'm using LearnDash as just an example. If you are using any plugin other than LearnDash, for example, if you are using WordPress or any other learning management platform that has integration with SureTriggers, you can simply create the same workflow. So for now, I'm just gonna select LearnDash, and I have to select the event again. So you can create different kinds of automation, which is why there are so many events. But for now, what is important for us is enroll in course. So we're gonna select it, and we'll again select the connection, our LearnDash site. Then we want to select the course. So now which course do we want to assign to this user? So for example, right now this workflow is specific to one course, and right now what I want to do is I want to enroll user into this marketing masters course, and I want to add the email here. So email is again something that can be mapped from any of the steps. We'll use the email from WooCommerce step, because what will happen here is first the user is going to make the purchase, then they are going to get registered as a user, and then they'll get enrolled into the LearnDash course. So for here, we will again click on test action, and now this person has been enrolled into the course. We can save this step. So that's our workflow. It's complete now. What is happening here is that people are purchasing the product, getting registered as user on our different site, and getting enrolled into the LearnDash course. So this is like perfectly set up. What we can do is we can simply publish this workflow. And now you see that this green symbol says active. That means our workflow is running. So now whenever someone is going to make a purchase from your WordPress site, from your WooCommerce site, they will get added to your course site as user, and they'll get access to the course that you selected while creating your automation. So that's how easy it is to share logins across different WordPress sites. And now this was just an example between an e-commerce site and a learning site. You can use it for membership sites or community sites or whatever is your requirement. So hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, just let us know at support@SureTriggers.com, and we will be more than happy to assist.